Okay, we continue on. Now, just some housekeeping. I'm dealing with some medical related processes, so I'm not as enthusiastic right now. So, what I will do just for this episode, because of personal matters, I will be playing, I'll be using my macro play method, which is less role play, more mechanic, dice roll, focusing on the system, etc. So again, less role play, less voices, just kind of generalizing things and moving the story along and rolling the dice and taking notes as we need. So, where our three characters left off, we were, of course, just leaving the tavern, and we made our way to what I originally noted as a travel agency, but I actually want to change that to a book store, bookshop. So, it is just a general nook, just a regular old bookshop run by someone. So, our party leaves the tavern, which is right next door here, and the bookstore is right next door. So, we got to make our way here. The door is now, this is what I rolled on the Mythic Oracle, but I'm going to change that because the door is not locked, but it's blocked. The door opens inwards into the store, so the door is blocked by some kind of piece of furniture, some large furniture item, most likely a bookshelf. So the Wolf is probably at the door opening it. He's confused. It, the door does, it nudges a bit and the handle turns. Maybe it's just a grabbing kind of, it's just a regular um, handle like this. It's not like a conventional grip. You can turn this way, but it's a conventional um, grab or push handle. And it does move about an inch, but something large is blocking the way. While he's doing that, again, it was just one innocent push. He stops. And again, trying to focus on macro play. The door's blocked, and open it. So what we're going to do is he's going to try to force it open because he wants to get in there. Due to the fact that we were told there's someone here who can help. So we're going to do a strength check, and obviously his strength is way up there. It is +3. Open doors is a tool, is a mechanic in this game, but I'm going to ignore that and just do a simple d20 roll. So he's going to do a little. First will be just a general push, or a very strengthful push. So rolling d20 now. That is a success. Like I said, 18 is a pretty good window for success. He manages to bust the door open. The bookshelf falls over, and we reveal uh, a thief is uh, stealing gold from the merchant, the owner of the bookstore. He is tied up. The book owner, the store owner, is tied up, gagged. I'm spelling that right or wrong, I really don't care. Gagged, and the thief is stealing, robbing him. It's a classic little robbery. So not necessarily for the books, but for the gold. It's probably a low level thief. But however, the little twist I've been thinking about is that Rayla, knowing she's from here or has lived here for X amount of years, she notices something strange about the thief. So let's roll our D100. to get some details on this perk. 97. Surprise, that does work out perfectly to what I'm thinking. 11. Cold surprise. Surprise cold. Let me write that down. So surprise, surprise mother, and then cold. Just make sure surprise. So Rayla notices this gives her a very, I'm trying to think, cold is more of a feeling, a shiver down her spine. It gives her a very, it's surprising too. That's a cold feeling. I'm more leaning into the surprise. So she's shocked. She knows this thief. And she says her name. After they both enter, the thief he stops and is surprised to see the door was bashed open with our team at the door, weapons ready, trying, about to help. But the stoner looks over. Again, I could generalize here. Stoner looks over. He's squirming, trying to get set free. And the thief stops, looks and notices Rayla. And she says, Sarv? What are you doing here? So the name of the thief is Sarv. Sarv is shocked to see Rayla, and here's why. I have an idea as to why, how they know each other, but let's once again roll at the Oracle to see why they know each other. Okay. 87. Progress. Okay. I might use this. 51. Progress. Light. Okay. All right. Kind of helpful. Not really, but progress light. So he was making progress on the robbery, but then obviously the team foiled his plans. He was just about to start pulling the gold in from the register or whatever they used back then. The gold, and like maybe just finished time. He tied up the owner, and he was about to start taking the gold in a big sack. But Rayla has her. What is she carrying on her right now? What weapon does she got? She has a short bow because there is a 40 or 50 foot distance away from her to him. Star says, "What are you doing here, Rayla? I thought you were dead or something." And she is, well, okay, so here's the thing. He and her used to be a thing. They used to be, let's say, lovers. They used to date. And, no, you know what? No. I walked that back. I walked that back for very good reasons. Instead of that, let's say he used to train her, was a mentor. He helped her survive the streets, and maybe not a love interest per se, but she looked up to him. There is an age gap, and I have a reason. I do have a purpose for all this. I have a target goal here. He's about to run away, but she shoots an arrow at, not trying to hit him, but the door that he is about to escape from. There's a back door. We have to roll for dexterity here. This gives her a plus, let's say, I know, within her window, which is 14. Okay, that's barely okay. So he's literally at the door. He's about to grab the handle, but the arrow lands right above the handle, scaring him, kind of scaring him. He steps back, and he has a hood on. He's an older fellow, and she says, okay, so ignoring any potential backstory just yet, like I said, I'm not too, I don't have much my mental acuity today it's a little behind. So I'm trying to focus on the details where these two know each other. Wolf and Garlax are surprised, but they're listening intently. Wolf goes and unties the owner while Rayla walks up with another arrow drawn on Sarv. And she says, "You are still up to your old tricks." He nods his head, saying times haven't changed. It is still tough living here in Shadowscape. I don't have the luxury that you do. She explains that she left her nobility behind. Her family doesn't have the wealth they used to. Blah blah blah, stuff like that. He knows all that. So let's say Wolf unties owner, and Garlax is just kind of he's paying attention. He's curious here. He's really interested for some reason. So he has Sarv has his hands up, kind of just raised away from the door handle. He says, "What are you guys doing here?" Coincidentally, she enters here where he's robbing the place, and I will show you guys a picture of who Sarv is. Now, he looks like Steve Buscemi, and like I said before, I like to use real-world celebrities as appearance inspirations. The picture that AI spit out is kind of like Buscemi, much older. It's there, a mix of Tim Roth. But anyways, his picture is there as a frame of reference, a visual aid for us. And he's saying, "What are you guys doing here?" She says, "We're here on business. We were hoping to, well, that's not your business." Wolf notices that he has a large parchment scrolled up or folded up in his pocket, sticking out, and uh, he kind of takes his sword and points to his pocket. He says, "What is that?" Because the note, the parchment popping out, it looks like he sees a legend on it. He sees like a compass shape, and so he takes it out and shows him, and it's a map. So here's where I'm going with this. Just to sum up the scene, because again, I want to go through this. I have to go somewhere in a few minutes here. This episode will be very short. I apologize, but basically, Sarv has a map of this area here, just this lower quadrant. And the reason why, purely by coincidence, it's not like this was planned or anything, but he's going to join our team. I'm not going to throw him in here abruptly. It feels like I am, but here's why. He is looking for an artifact, and this shop had a map that was specifically drawn for this artifact. And it is at the Tower of Purge. It happens to be in a very exact spot that our team was told to go to by the advisor for the king. They detail that. Now, here's the ultimatum. Wolf says, "You are looking for this item. We originally were going to report you to the authorities. However, we are a man short, and you and Rayla seem to have some type of history together. If you help us, we will guide you there with protection, knowing that our team is at full 4 count. You can get your item, and if you help us on the way to get to the Tower of Purge, we will not report you to the guard of what you've been doing here. Neither will Rayla." And again, Wolf looks to Rayla to affirm the fact that she won't speak up. She has some history. We will figure that out later. But basically, I'm going to put ultimatum. And I know I spelled that wrong. Ultimatum. Um, Wolf asks Sarv to join. Sarv wants an artifact. He doesn't say what, though. He just says he's looking for something at the Tower of Purge. I do have something in mind. You probably can guess off the bat once we even get there. But he has an artifact in mind from the tower. And Wolf won't, I should say, they won't tell the authorities, the guard, about his little robbery here. So he's a low-level thief. Maybe he hasn't had much luck after Rayla and him parted ways, whatever happens again in their backstory. But I have a feeling that we're continuing her backstory exploration here I'm assuming next will be either Wolf or Garlax, but how I'm going with this. I'm thinking we are continuing Rayla's backstory, her character development here. But this is what's going to happen. In the next episode, our friend here, Sarv, is going to join the team, join the party, with really no choice. But he sees this as an advantage because they will be basically body armor to him. They will be cannon fodder. Because, again, this is a treacherous route. It's dangerous. He knows this, and he was going to grab the map to find the best way, because the map is something that details. I'm going to put a star here. Map of the tower, too. So not only does this map have details of the surrounding area, but also details the map. Also details the layout of the tower. And Wolf unties the store owner. He says, "How much for the map?" The store owner is very confused, and he's like, wait, do you guys work with this guy? Are you all robbing me?" He says, "No, this coincidentally, we will handle him. But how much is the map? Because he wants to take the map. And is the map for sale? Let's figure that out after everything that's happened. I mean, the team did help, but the map is probably a treasured item for the owner. I'm going to say 50-50. I just don't know. Okay, 52. He's so hesitant. He kind of shakes his head, but he doesn't say no. And we're going to try to persuade him. So I think who has my best charisma here? I left the sheet here so you guys can kind of see the details of this character, Sarv, that I rolled up before recording, so I don't have to go through it wasting time. Who has the best charisma? All the charisma is pretty pathetic. Unfortunately, Wolf is the one talking, so not unfortunately, he has 8. So we're going to roll 8 here. And I think Rayla will be some inspiration, so I'm going to give him an advantage. So the lowest roll, 4. Okay, so that's good because we rolled 12. Okay, just to move the story along. He eventually says, "Fine, but it's going to be 50 gold." So he was going to depart with 50 gold. That's going to be 72, down from his currently 122. They did get some gold, so that they got the map now, or Sarv keeps the map. Sarv has the map. Okay, so there you go. Sarv is officially part of our team. Wolf says, "Don't do anything crazy. Don't try anything stupid. We are going to work together. We'll get there. You get your item. We'll get to our tower." But the team is not going to tell Sarv what the item is. Now, before I conclude this episode, I'm going to note the time. It's roughly 12 o'clock outside the shop. So let's write down 12 p.m. outside the bookshop, bookstore. We're finally leaving, most likely leaving Shadowscape. We've been in this tile for several episodes now, and we're going to be making our way, trucking our way through the landscape to the Tower of Purge, which is this little symbol here. And we are, with the party is ready to go. And I think I'm going to roll a d4 to heal Rayla, who is hurt, but she doesn't have any potion. But I will also remove a ration to help her out. So we'll roll a d6 on top of that natural heal. I do include a house roll where I kind of, if it's been some time since a conflict, I can naturally heal them. D4, but if they use a ration, I'll bump it up a D2, which will be D6. So that's one ration down for Garlax. Sarv has he has a few rations off their fresh purchases after when I built his character. And looks like our friend Wolf here is out of rations. So the team has to go shopping. Has to stock up on let's say potions. Just with this is like a reminder for myself: potions and rations. But there we go. It's a little shopping list for them. And like I said, I'm going to do a D4 heal or D6 heal. 2d6 taking the best roll. And there you go. D6 heal is a full heal And then for XP, let's start with Wolf. Just for what they do, very very not much effort required in this one, but Wolf helped, so we'll do 10. Garlax, where is he at? I'm sorry, Rayla is technically next. We'll give her another 10 for the arrow thing to the door. Garlax, moral support. He has not really done much in these recent episodes. I need to really bump that up. I'll give him 5 just for participating, and obviously Sarv is a fresh character, so no XP off at all, but he's level 1. Um, so that is going to be it for this episode. 20 minutes or so. That's not too bad, but pretty short by my standards. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed my content, and I'll see you in the next one.